Hatapu, Hatapu, Ankuja Saneb, Heru Nefer. It's such a beautiful day and time to be together to see you. It is auspicious. We're still riding the new moon space. And we look forward to sharing and spending this time together with you. And so we're so excited to get moving and get started. So we're going to do as we usually do. We're going to get right into Asar Stance. We're going to, of course, we're going to bow in first. Asar Stance, get to some Qigong. And of course, as we've been doing the last few sessions, the Qigong is going to be a little abbreviated, but that's because we're doing the whole short form right now. And the reasoning behind that is that we're going to do the short form. We're going to do the moon cycle, the lunar cycle of the form. We're going to get back to doing the short form again. We're going to do breathing exercises, and I'm going to focus on the breathing as long as the arms. And so we're going to do that the traditional way, which includes us. We're going to have a little special way. And so if you have a blood pressure challenge or blood pressure issue, when we get to it, you're going to want to do it the way we've always done it. So I'm going to talk you through it first, and then you just pay attention to your body and listen, and then we'll do it after. Okay? And hopefully that will work well for everyone. Then we'll get right into the wisdom from the sages of the ages. And then we'll get to our bowing out. And we'll talk about what the rest of the month is going to look like, because what we intend to do is to bring more of the healing arts, more of the aha in terms of healing, more of the sma in terms of healing, and more of the medical qigong. So y'all get it. We're going to do some of the breathing exercises, and I'm going to bring back some of the different meditations. So we're going to do some of the simple meditations, guided meditations that we do to get you in touch with the body in a deeper way. And we're doing that in concert with the summer solstice community fast that we're doing. So we'll get to a piece of that, and we may do a short one today, depending on the amount of time that we have. But we really, really want y'all to get into the movements and to remember we're doing all this so that you can make a consistent commitment to a lifestyle change. And with that, let's get moving. So we're going to get stood up. And I'm going to get my chair out of the camera. And we're going to get lined up and make this happen. We ready? Good, good, good. All right. So we're in here in Wu Chi position. And we're going to bring the hands up to pyramid hands. And we're going to bow in. We say to all the African, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Native American, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shifting the weight to the right, stepping left. Heel first, a little wider than shoulders width. Balance the weight. Open the hands and begin the Asar Stance. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden balls in the palm of each hand. Toes, knees, and hands pointing the same direction. 2 breaths. Rotating the palms into oneness, 2 breaths. Into oneness, into the turtle, chin down, exhale into the drawbridge. 2 breaths. Pointing the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. Remember, reaching back behind the kidneys, coming up the center of the body. Hands don't go higher in the center of the forehead. Body doesn't bend over, it goes straight up and straight down. Into oneness. Into elbows. Look at the pace. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body, hands beneath the navel. 2 breaths. Rotate the left hand on top. Palms are facing each other. 4 breaths. You want to see the ball of light, golden white, like the sun. In between the palms of the hands. into oneness. Into the turtle, chin down, out to the drawbridge. Putting the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Drop the right hand. Extend the left. Going to shift the weight to the right. Come across the body as we trace the Tai Chi diagram. And stop. And the left hand back to center along with the body. Right hand up to pyramid hands. And we're going to shift the weight to the right and slide the left foot in the Wu Chi position. Bring the hands down, shake it out. Opposite hands, opposite legs. All right. Now we're going to start Wu Chi position. So we're going to shift all the weight to the left, up on that right foot, on the toes. Going to step right, shoulders width, shift the weight. Going to come up on the heel, pivot to the front, shift back. The feet are now straight and parallel. And you want to balance the weight 50-50 between the legs. Okay. So let's turn that back 45 degrees on that left foot, slide that right foot back in. And we're going to do it again. This is the actual beginning movement of the Tai Chi Chuan. All right, this is the first movement, which is coming off the center line. All right, so that's one of the first things we learn. So you're going to shift that weight to the left, pick up the right toes, step, shoulders width, heel first, shift the weight, pivot on the heel to the front, balance the weight, feet are straight and parallel, bottom is tucked and sink down, all the way through the form now. Here we go. All right, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. We're gonna do it again. We're going to the lunar cycle now, only the lunar cycle. Got it? I got ahead of myself. So I'm so wanting to get into the form, neglected to do the Qigong. So that was our warm-up form. We're gonna keep that right where it is. And let's get into the KhA position. 2 breaths. Palms forward, 2 breaths. And we're gonna let the arms come down and go right into swinging arms. Let them swing. All right, now we're gonna sink down and go right into opening the chest, stretching the back 5 times. Last one. Shake it out. And let's get over here in the Wu Chi. So we can do the lunar cycle. We ready? Good. Sinking down, and let's go. One more sunrises. All right, check it out. So, got this new moon lunar cycle. We're coming right at the end of it. Great time to set your intentions. Focus on what things you want to have to be able to manifest during this time. It's a very sacred time, particularly in Africa, where we start the beginning of when African people start their New Year's celebrations, starting with the people of Yoruba, some of the participants of the great Mali Songhai nations, from the Yoruba nation, Dahomey, began and are beginning their New Year's celebrations right now. So in Africa, New Year's begins from June through September, with the Ethiopians being about the last, like September 10th, September 11th, when they celebrate New Year's. So we'll come back to that again. And if you get a chance, you can check out, I did a particular liberation tool piece on calendars on our YouTube channel. You can check it out there, or it should be still in our liberation series on our Instagram. So it's alive still, and you can check that information out. We update a little bit every year. And the summer solstice community fast is a part of that. So here we are, Wu Chi position. We just did the lunar cycle. I'm just positioning so I can be in place where you can see it all. We're going to go into the short form again. Short form. All right. So here we go, sinking down and into the movements. All the way through to the end. All right, shake it out. To shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg, shifting this. So you want to sit in a comfortable position. Okay, we're going to do this full breathing exercise in terms of breathing as long as your arms. Now, you can sit in simple lotus, half. I'm going to sit in half. You want to sit where it's comfortable because I'm going to talk it through first. Those of you that have seen this exercise where we breathe as long as the arms, right? If you remember how to do it the original way, that was our way to bring it down from intermediate, advanced to a novice level. Today, we're going to do it strictly at the intermediate advanced because of where we are in terms of Asar Stance, where we are in terms of the form, so that you should be somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes of Asar Stance. You should be at, as obviously where we are here. Now, I need you to listen directly. We're going to do this one time together. If your Asar Stance is not between 15 to 20 minutes, if you are not doing the short form and have been approved by me, then we don't want to check in doing it this way, okay? You want to continue doing the breathing the arms as long as they are, just the way we did before. This is for those folks who've been putting in the work. I want you to see it so you can see how it's done so that you can continue to grow and enhance your practice. Now, because this is our first time, I'm going to give a couple minutes. You may want to have some tissues nearby so you can, because this releases mucus and it may push the mucus out. That's why we're doing it now, because we're in the summer solstice community fast time. And what I want is for y'all to have the opportunity to see what this Sma-Tawi, what this breathing exercise, what these things really do at the intermediate advanced level, which is where many of us may find ourselves. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your right index finger and block off the right nostril, sitting tall, and you're going to extend the left. Shoulders are relaxed. Now you need you to pay attention. So basically we're going to do it like we did before, in one side, out the other. We're going to follow it with the eyes. Do not turn the head. This is working on the peripheral vision. Follow it with the eyes. And we're going to get to a key point. I'm going to say, so we're going to get here. I'm going to say hand, pancreas, hand on the liver, chin down, bend over. Okay. Squeeze. And by squeeze, I mean we're going to squeeze the anal sphincter. Okay. Then we're going to come up. We're going to replace the hands. It's going to go out here. We're going to bring it back. We're going to do it again. Stomach, pancreas, liver, chin down, squeeze. We're going to come up. We're going to blow it out, and then we're going to finish. Got it? See head nods. Okay, so here we go. Get your body ready. Breathing as long as the arms. Here we go. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Pay attention. Breathing in. More air on the left side. More air in. More air in. More air in. Fill it up. Liver, pancreas, chin down, bend forward, squeeze. Come up. Out the right side. More air out. More air out. More air out. Blow it all out. In. More air in the right side. More air in. More air. Fill it up. Chin down. Bend forward. Squeeze. Up. Out the left side. More air out. More air out. More air out. Blow it all out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. out. Okay, hands on top of the knees, breathing in, out, in, out, in, and out. All right, give me a moment. We're going to get ready to get into this wisdom from the sages of the ages. I'll pull that up. So as you see, we're going to begin expanding the way in which we do the sessions. That is our breathing as long as arms traditional way that we do that particular movement. Hopefully you'll be able to, you don't have a lot of mucus coming out, but if you're in the fast right now, you may have a little bit if you're coming off of eating animals or dairy, then you may have some stuff coming out.
Grass-fed gelatin marshmallows.
Or yes, you're gonna have some stuff coming out. So if you're eating a diet that produces mucus, that particular breathing exercise, one, helps to push it out. It also aids in, my mind is racing right now, it's oxygenated, so forgive me. What it aids in doing is stimulating the GI tract. And so you'll notice, particularly those of you that are partaking in the summer solstice community fast, that a lot of what we're doing on the breathing and the bellows breathing, the push and pull, utilizing these breathing exercises that we do along with the meditation, is that you should have more frequent visits to the bathroom than you had before you started the fast. And I'm going to say it first on here, and then we're going to talk about it a bit more on Sunday. So be paying attention to the texture and quality of your bowel movements. So you should look before you flush, okay? Because there's some things that we're going to be able to identify and talk about that you should begin to be able to notice over the course of the fast. All right, and so that's just a parenthetical insert for those that are on the fast. And if you aren't, take some time, research, talk with your primary care practitioner and see if there may be ways that this might be something you want to explore and look at. Because this is a way to reset and recharge your body. This is a way to help you make a consistent commitment to a lifestyle change. And we get it all in during a lunar cycle, a grand solar cycle, along with multiple planets in retrograde. We had a couple of eclipses. So again, this is an important time always when we're heading into these fasts. It's always important because it affords us the opportunity to be fully present, to be aware, to not have things move us like we're just moving with the flow of the ocean or the flow of the river, that we know how to set sail. We know how to be up near the coast and take the counter current upstream, that these are the tools that we're giving you. So for some people, it may look as if we're doing magic, and all we're doing is really applying the natural laws and principles in a way that others don't know how to do yet. So if you really put forth this effort, this work, you'll begin to see these kind of shifts and changes. All right, so with that, we're going to read from the Essence of Taijiquan, the literary tradition, from our selection today for wisdom from the sages of the ages. So here we go. And one final note, if you're doing the breathing as long as the arms like we did today, want to make sure that your blood pressure is under control if you have blood pressure issues, because doing that particular movement will elevate your blood pressure during those movements. Okay, so if you have challenges in terms of blood pressure up and down, just take care. All right, here we go. This is from Expositions of Insights into the Practice of the 13 Postures by Wu Yu Xiang. And here it is. It is said, first in the mind, then in the body. The abdomen relaxes, then the chi, the breath, sinks into the bones. The spirit is relaxed and the body calm. It is always in the mind. Being able to breathe properly leads to agility. The softest will then become the strongest. All right, so we're going to end it there. I want to thank everyone. So what we'll do now is we will bow out and we will say, To all the African, Indian, Native, Chinese, Native American, Chinese, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe, giving respect, honor, and praise to the ancestors, to those that have gone before us and brought this to us, being praised by the eternal witnesses, and honor and praise the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. Say to you, Hatel. Dua, thank you, peace unto you. Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, prosperity, and strength. Grateful for your time, for your participation, and mostly your presence. It has truly been a gift. Please take this time, use these practices to give the gift of yourself to yourself. And that way you then are able to be of benefit to the planet. If you don't take care of you, then you can't take care of anyone else. And so that is our goal, that is our practice. That's a pool.